This is the test review screen on the Criterion NDT ST-11 and ST-11R units. Today I'm going to show you all about this screen and explain some of the features. I've chosen the polygon shape for this demonstration. That shape tends to hug the parts a little bit better and provides better separation. I'm going to go ahead and test a group of parts just so I have something to work with. That's good enough for now. I expected these parts to pass because these are the parts that I used during the alarm setup. They are steel bar stock that are Rockwell 40 to 41. Now I'm going to drop in a Rockwell 42 and see if our instrument separates it. That looks like a reasonable sort. It's a little close. The value is 1.93. I'll show you what that means in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and add, or test rather, a Rockwell 50. This is pretty extreme. And yes, the test result does show that that's pretty extreme. This is a 31, so this is the opposite end of the spectrum there. And it also kicks out nicely. Okay, let's dive into what that means. If I zoom all of the channels, and I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can get some of these failure dots on the screen. There we go. Now it looks like we're, that's zoomed out pretty far, but it looks like we're missing something, and I see why. So the field of view is sitting at 11, which is the default value, and there's no particular reason why I can't go higher with that. So increasing it one more puts the field of view at 13, which allows the 13 parts that we have tested to all have a representative dot on the screen up here in the XY windows. We can go up to 135 for a field of view, and your tested part buffer, this strip chart down here, can go up to 500 parts. So you can definitely have a lot of parts in there and keep scrolling with the part cursor. Speaking of that, as I move the part cursor to the left here, you can see the little yellow caret up here that's pointing to the part that we're testing, and or the part that we've got selected rather. And you can see that if I get to one of these parts that it has a little white dot, a little white circle rather, around the dot out here in the XY view. That helps you to identify exactly which part you're on. Now let's change view and look at some of these other views. This is the XY expanded view. It puts the alarm cluster and all the parts and the air point on the screen at the same time. This is the pass-fail screen. This was a customer request that allows them to see their eddy current results from across the factory. This is the channel level screen, and it is helpful for identifying exactly which frequency had exactly which number. So this 4.27 is the value that's shown down here in the part cursor region. And that is the highest value of any of the frequencies. So it's the farthest from the center of the alarm. In this case, 0 on this chart represents the center of the alarm. 1 represents the alarm border. So that is the red shape that makes up the alarm. That is always represented by the 1 on this chart. And 2 is simply double that distance. And it just helps to give a reference for this screen. Back on the XY view, I have zoomed all the channels back up to 100% and dropped another part into the coil, and it has subsequently tested that part. And I'm doing that so that I can show you persist. So with a persist value of 2, for instance, I am seeing 2 eddy current samples on the screen at the same time, connected by a yellow line. And this trend can continue all the way up to a setting of 200. Clear test data allows you to clear the strip chart and everything in the XY views. This can be protected by the limited access feature that I'll show in another video. While using the test review screen for production testing, you can get passing results out of your I/O and your Ethernet remote control. That doesn't happen on any other screen, and for good reason. It helps you from testing in a situation where you shouldn't be. I think that's about it for the test review screen. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel to see some more of our stuff. I hope you enjoy our equipment, and if you have anything to say to us, reach out to us by phone or email. We are glad to talk to you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.